Yeah, we're just going to start with that. A little bit of a laugh, all right? Sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes I don't get it. But it doesn't matter. We get to spend the time together, and that's what matters. That's what's most important. Get up in here. Hashtag Rise and Grind. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Today is Friday. November 6th. I got that part right. Today is Friday, November 6th, 2020. That's right. It's Friday, November 6th, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, November 6th, 2020 ever. Right? So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. We've had some strange going-ons this morning already, some interesting experiences today. So I know it's just set up to be an incredible Friday. I can already tell. Listen, it's been a fun week. This week, we've had all kinds of things going on. And before I dive into that, my name is Glenn Lundy. If you don't know me, welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host. I'll hang out with you here today. Also, I am the creator of the Facebook group, the Hashtag Rise and Grind Facebook group. Over 30,000 members, a place filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. That's all you're going to find is motivation, education, inspiration. You won't find anything else in there. You ain't got to worry about that. So if you're not already a part of this group, I highly suggest you come join us here in Hashtag Rise and Grind land. It's just it's incredible. It's incredible. We do things not just online, but also offline. We have meetups, we have events, we raise money for local organizations. We do all types of incredible things in the Hashtag Rise and Grind group. So make sure you're a part of that if you're not a part of it already. So with that said, this week on Rise and Grind, we've had this week, we're calling it Presidential Week, right? We're in the midst of this election and all these different things. And so we've been studying presidents of the past this week. We've also been, it's just been a crazy week. So we've been studying presidents of the past. We've also released the all new Rise and Grind gear lineup. That's right. We got all new Rise and Grind gear shirts. All new Rise and Grind gear sweats that were like a crazy seller. Automatically yesterday, we just released the sweats. They're selling like crazy. Everybody's loving their sweatpants in this era where a lot more people are at home, I guess. So we've got the sweats. And just so you know, if you go on there to order some sweats and it says back order, you can still order it. That just means it's going to take you a couple extra days. But my wife's already ordered more sweats because we've sold through those things like crazy, right? All new hoodies that we've got on there, different two-tone hoodies, all kinds of good stuff. So if you haven't gone there already, go to glennlundy.com, or I think there might be a link popping up there in your feed, and you're welcome to go there. But all new Rise and Grind gear. So we've launched all new Rise and Grind gear this week. We've been talking about the presidents of the past all week, which has been amazing. We also launched our newest 800% club. So I work with leaders, owners, and general managers of car dealerships all across the country to help them scale their volume, their profitability, their employee retention, and their overall dealership culture. Every few months, we launch a new class and we add new dealers. So we just launched that this past week, which is amazing. It's a big buildup. It's super exciting. Exciting to have all the different dealers in there. And it's really a program that's a lot of fun and it really works. But you might not want to take my word for it. So why don't you talk to one of the dealers that's in the program?
Mark Perryman from Patriot Subaru, North Attleboro, and I've been a member of the 800% Club now for 6 months. Clint is an amazing guy, and I would recommend this program to any dealer, and I think even to go one step further, not just be the dealer, but get the key people that are part of that organization involved. Working with Glenn directly and Danielle yesterday in our training session was awesome, as well as going on the event to fly fish and doing something I'd never done before. So it just proves that you can do things that you otherwise don't think you can accomplish. We're going through these programs with a guy that took a store from selling 80 cars to selling 1,000 cars in a month. Where most of the dealers I deal with or friends with would say that's not possible, or even sustainable. And there's that whole bringing it all back to the full circle of rewriting the story, because it is possible.
So Mark is one of our awesome leaders in the auto industry with the Patriot Auto Group, and he's just an incredible human, hands down. But working with leaders, I've been able to learn a lot about leadership, right? Different traits, different qualities that leaders have. And so as we've been talking about presidents of the past presidents of the United States all week, obviously we're talking about leadership. These are the leaders of our country. And so it's fun working with those leaders. It's fun releasing new gear. It's fun talking about presidents all week. And the most fun thing that for me this week, I don't know what your week looked like, but the most fun thing for me was last night, my family got to celebrate Oakland's 2nd birthday. And so we were able to have dinner with Grandma and Grandpa and Poppy and Gaga, and everybody just came together, and we've got a big family. So we've got this table of 16 people. For those of you that are listening on podcast, you can't really see it, but right now I'm showing a picture of what it looks like at our house. Dinner at our house is a big family affair. So it's been a fun week. It's been a busy week. It's been a crazy week. Let me know how your week has gone by hitting some type of emoji. All right. How's your week gone? Has it been a happy week? Do you like your week? Do you love your week? Has it been a hilarious week? Has it been a sensitive week? Maybe you got to hit that care button, but drop that in there. I want to see it as I see the hearts and the likes. That's a way for you and I to interact through technology. So with that said, been a busy week, right? Learned a lot of stuff. We learned from Abe Lincoln that some achieve great success. The fact that some achieve great success is proof that all others can achieve it as well, right? We learned that. We learned that from George Washington, happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world. From my man Theodore Roosevelt, we learned that complaining about a problem without proposing a solution is called whining. Complaining about a problem without offering a solution is called whining. Everyone in the world needs to hear that quote from Mr. Teddy Roosevelt. We also learned from Franklin D. Roosevelt that men are not prisoners of fate, but they are prisoners of their own minds. Absolute fact. And we've learned from my man Woodrow Wilson that the ear of the leader must ring with the voices of the people. Awesome, right? Awesome quote. So we've been learning about presidents today, and I was going to have a guest on my show today with me. However, we do not have a guest on the show today, extenuating circumstances, and so it's going to be me and you today. So we're going to do a couple things. There's a couple things I want to share with you that I've learned from the presidents and from other leaders out there in the world. I want to share those things. But I also want to offer an opportunity to you if you'd like it. So typically I come on here and I speak and I present and I do all of those things, and I give you what I feel like or hope that you need. I spend some time in prayer and in thought and going, how can I best serve my hashtag Rise and Grinders? And I typically do that every single morning, Monday through Friday. So what I want to do today is I want to share a little bit about what I've been learning working with these leaders, and then also give you an opportunity to ask me some questions. Let's engage and let's interact this morning. What exactly do you need? How can I help you? How can I serve you? So we're going to do that today. It'll be a little bit different. But first, before we do any of that, we got to dance. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on replay, whether you're listening to a podcast, whether you're watching on YouTube, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Fair enough? What's up, Mike Higdon? How you doing, Melvin Rodriguez? What's up, Mary Lynn, Don Sankey? We got Cindy Conley's in the house. Sean Weatherby, Shauna Corsale. What's up, Diana? Got him a pour? Got him a pour. Diana got him a pour. What's up, Brad Smith? What's up, Tabitha Wells? We've got Laura Lee Warinsky Anderson. Yeah, make it easy on me, Laura Lee. Thanks. Laura Lee Warinsky Anderson. What's up, Archie K up in the house? Eddie Brown, Rick Tamburino, Janelle Griego, Vicky Everett, Eric Burns, James Gavin, Amanda Sanner. Great to see you, Amanda. Janelle Griego, Michelle Davis, Gravely's up in the house. We've got Scott Marziani's up in here. Mr. Scott Simons is in the house. Kristen Hawk Tibbs. So great to see you, Kristen. I want to share something with you, Kristen. You were talking the other day about being empathic and how us empaths, we absorb energy. And Tuesday and Wednesday's energy was kind of weird, right? And so you shared your tips on how to get grounded and how to come back together when anxiety and whatnot starts to take over. And it was a really great video. And so I appreciate you sharing that. I just wanted to say that. What's up, Susan Rose? How you doing, Spencer Nicholson? Stephanie Terry's up in here this morning. Nathaniel Banks, Amy Bricker, Robert Miglacio. We've got Brian Evelyn, Anita Hill. We've got Emily Galler in the house. Lauren Paquette, Tony Thorstad, Kevin Fadley, the old guy on fire. What's up, Ray Hatcher, Sean Weatherby, Wes Storm, great to see you. Corey Rains is up in here this morning. There's 188 people watching live at 5:30 a.m. Can you believe that? Liza says, good morning, Mr. Lundy. Good morning, Mrs. Liza Myers-Borges, one of my favorite humans. What's up, Melinda Gayheimer and John Gayheimer? Janet Dyer's up in here. Scott Marziani. I don't think I said your name already. Kim Fair, great to see you this morning. Wow. Tina Bacon, everybody is up here on watch, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. So we've had 45 different presidents of the United States over the last couple hundred years since we've been here, right? Is it a couple hundred yet? 1776, 1876. Yeah, over the last couple hundred years. We've had 45 different presidents. We've learned different things, and some have made huge, tremendous mistakes. Others have made huge, tremendous impact. So I just wanted to share with you this morning. There's a couple things that I've learned and that I've noticed when it comes to leadership. What separates those that we want to follow and those that we don't? Those that end up making an impact and those that don't. And how can we take those traits of those particular leaders and apply them in our own lives so that we can become better leaders ourselves, right? The better that we can lead, especially in a positive manner, the bigger of an impact we can make, which I personally truly believe that we have a born on date and an expiration date, and that little dash in the middle is all about impact. What kind of positive impact can you make in someone else's life? It's what it's all about as far as I'm concerned. All right. So I'm going to just share a couple of those traits and qualities with you this morning. And then if we have time, I'll answer a few questions from you. I'd love to engage and interact. Meanwhile, if you haven't done so already, share this sucker out. Let's get as many people up in here as humanly possible because we all know. That's what I was going to say, because we all know that in this particular season, everybody could use a little motivation, education, inspiration. One thing I've found, one characteristic and trait that I found as I was studying all the different presidents, and then as I spend time with leaders across the auto industry and all across the United States of America, one thing I found that there's a lot of similar traits. And one of the traits of the good guys, the ones that really seem to make an impact, is this thing called curiosity. Now, curiosity by definition stands for a strong desire to know or learn something. One of the presidents that was filled with curiosity was JFK, one of the most treasured presidents in the history of our nation. JFK had this unwavering curiosity in the midst of the Cold War. He found it fascinating, this idea of us being able to go into space, and not just go into space, but be the first to go into space and to dominate that industry. It was a scary time for a lot of people as technology was just now starting to advance, and this race to be the first was incredibly important to the overall health and wellness of the people of America. And so JFK launched this whole idea, we're going to land on the moon, when technology didn't even exist to do so. And he delivered a really impactful and incredible speech that captured his curiosity and how he translated that to the people.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone. What was once the furthest outpost on the old frontier of the West will be the furthest outpost on the new frontier of science and space. Houston, your city of Houston, with its manned spacecraft center, will become the heart of a large scientific and engineering community. But if I were to say, my fellow citizens, that we shall send to the moon 240,000 miles away from the control station in Houston, a giant rocket more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field, made of new metal alloys, some of which have not yet been invented, capable of standing heat and stresses several times more than have ever been experienced, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for propulsion, guidance, control, communications, food, and survival, on an untried mission to an unknown celestial body, and then return it safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at 65,000 miles per hour, causing heat about half that on the temperature of the sun, almost as hot as it is here today, and do all this, and do all this, and do it right, and do it first before this dictate is out, then we must be bold.
I love how he said, we choose not because it's easy, because it is hard. That's why we're going to go to the moon. Why go to the moon? Because it's hard, man. We choose. And if there's something that really, really, really is captivating in that particular speech, if you'll notice, the things that he was talking about, that JFK was projecting out there, like none of this stuff existed at the time. When he said we're going to go 240,000 miles away, when he said we're going to create a giant rocket over 300 feet tall, that didn't exist, with new alloys and metals that can handle the heat and stress that haven't even been invented yet. Then he talked about putting it together with the precision of a fine watch, carrying all of the equipment to an unknown celestial body, right? An unknown celestial body, a place that we've never been before, traveling back at 65,000 miles an hour. All of the things that he talked about were so ingenious, like intuitive, because none of that stuff was real. It was his curiosity that fed it. And that curiosity alone sparked a nation. And that spark in the nation, getting all of the people moving in the same direction, ultimately created the result. Wow. How much can we learn from that as leaders? How much can you learn from that as leaders? So you guys are getting lag, and on my side, the feed's not messing up at all. But I see a couple people mentioning that the feed is messing up and you're getting a lag and it's like a dubbed film and all kinds of stuff. I apologize that you're having that we're having some issues over on that side. Over on my side, it looks like everything is great. But as far as that goes, right? A great leader shows and expresses great curiosity of the unknown, and the curiosity and the wherewithal to do the thing that is hard. To do it anyway, not because it's easy, because it actually is hard. Another characteristic that I found of some of the great leaders in the past, great presidents, as well as great leaders in the auto industry and other great leaders that I've met, just around the nation, is they have this thing called candor. Candor, however you want to put it. They have this thing called candor. Candor is the quality of being open and honest in expression, and quite frank about it. You see, one of our presidents of the past that was really good at this is a guy named Jimmy Carter. So Jimmy Carter went out. And he expressed what he wanted to do, what he wanted to do for our country, and he kind of ran on this whole campaign that he was going to battle the energy crisis and so on and so forth. But it wasn't long before the campaign shifted him. It started to change him. In a way where he was saying what he thought people wanted to hear and doing what he thought people wanted to do versus doing what he truly believed in and admitting that he needed help in order to get it done. As a matter of fact, here's a video of Jimmy Carter expressing to the people, I need your help.
Good evening. This is a special night for me. Exactly 3 years ago, on July 15th, 1976, I accepted the nomination of my party to run for President of the United States. I promised you a president who is not isolated from the people, who feels your pain and who shares your dreams, and who draws his strength and his wisdom from you. During the past 3 years, I've spoken to you on many occasions about national concerns, the energy crisis, reorganizing the government, our nation's economy, and issues of war, and especially peace. But over those years, the subjects of the speeches, the talks, and the press conferences have become increasingly narrow, focused more and more on what the isolated world of Washington thinks is important. Gradually, you've heard more and more about what the government thinks, or what the government should be doing, and less about our nation's hopes, our dreams, and our vision of the future. 10 days ago, I had planned to speak to you again about a very important subject, energy. For the 5th time, I would have described the urgency of the problem and laid out a series of legislative recommendations to the Congress. But as I was preparing to speak, I began to ask myself the same question that I now know has been troubling many of you. Why have we not been able to get together as a nation to resolve our serious energy problem? It's clear that the true problems of our nation are much deeper than gasoline lines or energy shortages, deeper even than inflation or recession. And I realize more than ever that as president, I need your help. So I decided to reach out and to listen to the voices of America. I invited to Camp David people from almost every segment of our society, business and labor, teachers and preachers, governors, mayors, and private citizens. And then I left Camp David to listen to other Americans, men and women like you. It has been an extraordinary 10 days. And I want to share with you what I've heard. First of all, I got a lot of personal advice. Let me quote a few of the typical comments that I wrote down. This from a Southern governor. Mr. President, you're not leading this nation. You're just managing the government. You don't see the people enough anymore. Some of your cabinet members don't seem loyal. There is not enough discipline among your disciples. Don't talk to us about politics or the mechanics of government, but about an understanding of our common good. Mr. President, we're in trouble. Talk to us about blood and sweat and tears. If you lead, Mr. President, we will follow.
Could you imagine a president doing that today? Going, hey, I was going to give this speech, but I realized I was really sucking at my job. And so instead, what I did is I brought a bunch of people together so that they could tell me what I'm doing wrong, so that they could point out and show me. And then he reads off what the people are saying. You're not a leader, you're a manager. You said you were going to be for us, but now you're for Washington, right? You could see him actually get teary-eyed, man. That's what great leadership looks like, is having the candor. And you heard him say that. He said, people, I need your help. I need your help. I've lost my way. I need your help. See, great leaders have massive curiosity and desire to grow, but they also have this candor, this authenticity, this ability to connect with people in such a way and show that, hey, I'm human too. You make me better. And as you make me better, if you choose, I will lead and you can follow. Super powerful, man. I hope you didn't miss that. I hope you didn't miss that. Great leaders have curiosity. Great leaders have candor, or candor, however you want to say it. I could go into some more. Apparently my time's already up here. My 30 minutes has gone by like that this morning. Incredible. I will say this, though. One of the other traits of great leaders, one of the other characteristics of the great leaders of all time is this thing called humility. Humility, which is the by definition, a modest or low view of one's own importantness or humbleness. Whether it be presidency of the United States, whether it be my friends and leaders in the auto industry, or any of the other leaders I've met in any other industry across this country, they all share this one same trait of humility and understanding that who we are is not, it's not because of anything we've done or created, but who we are is a gift that has been given to us from up above and from the people we surround ourselves with in our environments. Hashtag Rise and Grind is a perfect example of this. I've been able to do some amazing things over the last couple years. I get to travel the world. I get to speak on stages. We've been able to raise money for organizations. We've been able to make an impact in thousands and thousands and thousands of people's lives. And I get to be the face of all of that. And I can tell you right now, as grateful as I am, it is so humbling for me to know that if I didn't have you, I wouldn't have any of it. You see, you, my friends, are part of hashtag Rise and Grind. You are my family. You're the ones that I can come to when I mess up, and I know you're going to pick me up. You're the ones that I can come to with curiosity, and I know that you're going to support me and jump in line, and that together we can go out and make an impact. Like, you are what makes my life and my world great. It's not me. Greatness comes from above, and it comes from you. And so this morning, I am so in my feels today. So in my feels, because I am humbled that I get to spend 5:30 in the morning, first thing every day, with you and all these amazing people. It's so incredible. I was doing an interview last night and they were like, Glenn, you've done this, and Glenn, you've done that, and Glenn, you've done this. And I'm like, dude, I just got to be a vessel. I got to experience that. Hashtag Rise and Grind is you. It's not me. I'm just the vessel that you all flow through. When I see all your likes, when I see all your hearts, when I see all your comments, when I see the encouragement and the lifting and the impact and people doing the mornings and changing their lives and generational change, it's just like, how cool is this? And as I experience other leaders, I see the same thing in them. They too know that the greatness is not theirs and theirs alone, but it is something that's shared from an outside source as well as shared from the people that believe in them and the people that they love. You are my people, and I am so thankful for you. You, children of God, my brothers and sisters. Dude, I love you. I love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I know I went over. I know I said we were going to do some questions and stuff. Apparently, we're not going to do that. If you had your hopes up, I just blew them. I'm just being honest here. But listen, if you do need more videos like this, you can go to glenlundy.com. All right? You can go to glenlundy.com and get some more videos there if you need. If you haven't done so already, dude, go get some gear. I'm telling you, go get some of these solid hoodies. They're amazing. Go get you some sweats. They're incredible. We got new shirts up, and there's more gear going up this weekend. We got some camo that's going up, some polos. We got beanies that are on their way. We got new hats. Thanks to John Paul Guidry, we have new hats, right? So you have to check those out. But most importantly, have an incredible, over-the-top, amazing weekend. Please do. And then come back here Monday morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Love you. Have a great day.
Good morning. On my feet before the sunrise. Stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making
Oh yeah,
decisions.
I gotta tell you, hey, pay attention. If you're still there, don't go yet. Don't go yet. Wait a second. If you're in the Lexington area, my kids, I'm gonna turn this music off. If you're in the Lexington area, my kids they're trying to earn money so that they can buy Christmas presents for all their family members. And so tomorrow from 1 to 5 at my house, they're having a yard sale. They're selling cookies. lemonade. My son is selling fishing at the pond. You can fish at the pond for an hour for $5, and then he's got water bottles too. So they've created this entire event from 1 to 5 tomorrow with brownies and lemonade, and we've got a big play place for the kids. It's like a park, so you can bring your kids, you can bring your fishing poles, all of those things. So if you're in the Lexington area, come join us tomorrow, 1 to 5. It's going to be incredible. 72 degrees out. It's going to be amazing. Hope to see you there. Okay, bye.
On my physical, I'm deep